On today's video, I'm gonna do another deal breakdown on this house in Tulsa, Oklahoma that resulted in a wholesale profit of $27,600. And this one I'm really excited about sharing with you because this deal is a textbook example of our entire process working exactly as it's designed. From the initial lead to acquisitions to managing the closing process to finding the buyer, everything worked out how it's supposed to, resulting in a successful closing and a glowing 5-star review from the seller. Now, if you want to see how the pros wholesale, this is a video you don't want to miss. Coming up.
Want AI agents to get appointments with sellers for you? Check out myaiflipper.com to learn how to get AI agents to cold call for you 24/7. Hurry, spots are limited.
A lot of educators in the industry share watered down or outdated strategies, but here on my channel, I like to share real world deals that me and my team are doing every single day. Now, if you're new here, my name is Jerry Norton. I've been wholesaling and flipping houses for over 20 years, so be sure to subscribe and watch my videos. On this video, I want to break down the execution of this deal into 4 phases of our wholesale operation. 1 lead management, 2 acquisitions, 3 seller management or operations, and 4 dispositions. Let's get started with phase 1, lead management. First of all, this deal was generated from a lead that we purchased from a pay-per-lead or PPL provider called PropertyLeads. Now, if you don't know, pay-per-lead or PPL are leads that are generated by a service provider. They do the marketing to generate a motivated seller, then you, the wholesaler, buy the lead. Now, my business partner, Mark Gabriel, is a beast on appointment, and we have above average conversions. Currently this year, we're averaging a 5x return buying leads from PropertyLeads. Now, we can't take all the credit. The leads are pretty good, so thank you, PropertyLeads. And by the way, I'll put a link in the description where you can get a $250 credit for signing up with PropertyLeads, so check that out too. Now, this lead was exclusive, and we paid $175 for this lead, but that doesn't mean the seller wasn't talking to anyone else. It just means PropertyLeads doesn't sell it to anyone else. In our operation, we usually have a lead manager contact the seller. Now, the goal is to pre-qualify and set an appointment for the acquisitions manager. This brings me to the first big lesson that I want to share. With this deal, the appointment was not set on the first contact. Before the appointment was secured, our lead manager, Micah, made 15 plus documented touch points through calls and text messages with both the owner, Mary, and her son, Shane. Now, this is where persistence makes all the difference. Before the first conversation ever happened, there were multiple calls unanswered and several unreturned voicemails. It took several days and a lot of follow-up before the first meaningful conversation took place. Rather than giving up like most people do, Micah stayed persistent and professional until communication was established and trust was built. The biggest win was identifying the son Shane was the gatekeeper and turning him into an ally rather than trying to bypass him and go to the mom, Mary. Here's what Micah discovered during the qualification process. The property was inherited and free and clear. Mary was struggling with health issues. Shane had moved in to help care for her. Mary wanted to avoid real estate agent commissions, and she had a strong motivation to sell, and there were no competing offers so far. Now, by the time the appointment was set, acquisitions already knew the ownership structure, the motivation, the timeline, and the decision-making process. The key lesson here is that persistence without pressure created the real opportunity. Most investors would have stopped after the first few unanswered calls. Now, this deal was only possible because our lead manager, Micah, continued following up until the seller was ready to engage. In fact, during our post-analysis, we identified that Micah successfully used a technique called tactical empathy. Now, if you don't know, tactical empathy is a negotiation concept taught by sales expert Chris Voss. It doesn't mean being sympathetic or agreeing with someone. It means demonstrating that you understand how the other person feels and why they feel that way. Tactical empathy helps lower resistance because people are more willing to work with you when they feel understood. So for example, instead of saying your price is too high, say, it seems like you're hoping to walk away with enough money to feel like all the years you've owned it were worth it. When using tactical empathy, the seller thinks, yes, that's exactly how I feel. The moment they feel understood, they become more open to discussing solutions. And this seller had a lot of needs. She's Native American and wanted to move closer to the Native American hospital for medical treatment. Now in a minute, I'll tell you what we did to help this seller that most other wholesalers are not willing to do, so keep watching. Now let's discuss phase 2, acquisitions. When our acquisition manager goes on appointment, the goal is not to buy a house because in distressed real estate, the house is rarely the problem. In Mary's case, the real problem was her poor health, her emotional stress, the maintenance burden, and the desire for a fresh start. Those were the true motivations. The biggest acquisition win was shifting the conversation away from price and repairs and towards solutions. So here's what we were able to offer them. They could leave any unwanted belongings behind and no cleanup was required. We offered a flexible move-out timeline. We offered to cover all of the closing costs, and we promised a simple, straightforward process in closing. At that moment, the emotional sale was complete. Mary signed with us not because she got the highest price. She signed with us because she felt relief. At the end of the entire process after closing, she gave us a glowing 5-star review.
Still paying for property data? PropWire gives you unlimited property data, comps, and more for free. Download the PropWire app on the App Store or Google Play Store today.
And I want to take a minute and talk about the importance of meeting the seller and closing the deal in person. Now, initially, this seller was very skeptical. When we met Mary and her son Shane at the house in person, it gave us the chance to show them that we are professional and that we are established in the market. I call this becoming a local market expert. This is a huge advantage over a virtual wholesaler from another state trying to close on the phone. The other benefit is now we have eyes on the property and the neighborhood, so there's no guessing about the condition or the area. This allows us to give more certainty with our offer since we've removed the guesswork. Virtual wholesalers, on the other hand, have to have contingencies because they haven't seen the property yet. But for us in my backyard markets, after an hour-and-a-half appointment, we can confidently give the seller a solid, secure offer, and we'll even put down substantial earnest money and waive contingencies to strengthen our offer if needed. Now, do you see why we beat out everyone else and we walked out of the appointment with a signed contract? In fact, we were the first wholesaler to meet the seller and the last. They ended up signing with us on the first appointment for $50,400. Okay, now let's discuss phase 3, contract management or operations. And this is where most wholesalers completely blow it. Once we have an executed contract, it's time for us to make good on the promises we made. Now it's time to perform and deliver. Instead of disappearing until closing like most wholesalers, our team maintains clear daily communication. Each touch point reinforces trust and it reduces seller anxiety. We immediately scheduled our open house inspection party for our cash buyers. We provided consistent update on title and closing. We responded quickly to questions or concerns. Managing the seller properly is one of the most important things you can do after the contract. It's interesting to me that some wholesalers have a problem with sellers going around them and cutting them out of the deal. We never have that problem because we maintain such a strong connection with the seller the entire time. That's why we don't need to file an affidavit of memorandum to cloud title and protect our interest. If you're getting cut out of the deals, it's because you're doing a poor job managing your sellers. Now, this person's role is called the transaction coordinator, or TC for short. Since we're doing so many deals, we have an in-house TC, but if you can't do that, I highly recommend you use a service called EZ REI. You simply hand off your deal to EZ REI and their team, and they make sure everything goes smooth between the seller, the buyer, and title. Now I use EZ REI in my virtual wholesale business, and they are a lifesaver. Now right now they're offering a special promotion where my students and subscribers don't have to pay for the service until the deal closes. Now I'll put a link in the description where you can check that out and learn more about it. Now let me share something that happened during this phase. Shane the son called us and expressed a concern about his mom having enough funds before closing. She had immediate medical bills and moving expenses, which meant she needed cash quickly. Now this is where we excel at providing value. We offered Mary to release $10,000 early prior to closing so she could handle her medical bills and have money for moving expenses. Now, of course, we waited until we made sure we had clear title, but once we had a clear to close, as a value add service, we released $10,000 early to Mary. Now, this is something we actually do quite often because a lot of distressed sellers are in a similar situation. They don't have the money to move out. What most wholesalers do is they give post-occupancy. They hold back some money from closing and let the seller stay for another week or two after closing. But in my opinion, it is much better to release some funds early instead of giving post-occupancy. Here's why. Instead of closing and holding back $10,000 until they move out, I would rather give them $10,000 a week early and close on time. There are 3 reasons why it's better. Reason number 1, no one else is willing to do that, so it puts you ahead of the competition. Giving Mary $10,000 early was a major trust-building moment. Reason number 2, since it gets the seller out by closing instead of post-occupancy, it's easier to sell the deal because cash buyers don't like to buy properties that they can't get access to immediately. And reason number 3, you have less issues getting the seller to vacate the property. Think about it. With post-occupancy, the seller is flush with cash from the closing and are less motivated to move out. However, if the bulk of the money comes at closing, they are very motivated to vacate and close on time. Okay, now let's discuss the final phase, dispositions. We follow a very specific disposition process where we do an open house on day 4 after contracting the deal. All prospective buyers have to attend the open house, and it's the only time to see the property. Now, the goal is to create high demand and put them in the same room to compete for the deal. Now, I did an entire video series with my business partner, Mark Gabriel, where we dissected our entire dispo process. I'll put the link to that playlist in the description below so you can watch it later. With this deal, we gave Mary and Shane $100 to go to lunch during the inspection, and we had 8 buyers attend. Our suggested asking price was $75,000. And remember, we contracted for $50,400. And like I said, rather than simply finding a buyer, our disposition manager, Chris, created competition. Multiple buyers viewing the property at the same time increases urgency and it maximizes the assignment value. The result was we got an over asking price offer that we accepted for $78,000. That means we made a whopping $27,600 on this deal. And while that's cool and while it's important to point out the reasons why this deal went so well, the ultimate scorecard is the 5-star review we got from Mary. She said, "This was a blessing. It was so easy and I got an advance on my monies. No hassles whatsoever. Best decision I made was to go with Joe Homebuyer. He made life easier for me and my future. They are awesome to work with. Mark, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. No more worries or stress." Mark and the rest of the team, you guys are amazing and I'm so proud of you guys. This review was the result of delivering exactly what we promised. That's why we are the best of the best. That's why we made almost $28,000. It makes me think, what an amazing business where we get paid to turn stressful life situations into positive outcomes for sellers. So next, I want you to watch a live presentation where I break down my exact framework I use to close sellers. There are 8 simple steps that anyone can master. Watch that now, and I'll see you on the next video.